On Thanksgiving Day, 1983, a Cessna 414 was flying from West Chicago to the Jackson County Airport in the North Carolina mountains. It crashed just a little before 6 p.m. at 6,000 feet. Neither the pilot nor passengers survived. Today we hike to the crash site, and as we do so with all due respect to the victims and their families. So we're over here at Waterrock Knob Overlook. Pretty cool. One of the first things you see here is a trailhead to the Mountains to Sea Trail, which starts at Clingman's Dome and ends at Outer Banks, North Carolina. Go that way for that, but we're headed this way. So that's where we came up, and this is the turn for the airplane, and it is on the left as you're coming up. You see the yellow blaze right there in front of you, Key? That's going to mark our way. So that means as you can see, you could go this way, but we're going the way of the blaze. It's like otherworldly up here. It's almost like Narnia, or...
It reminds you of Sugarland Mountain Trail?
Yeah. Yeah, the top of it, the high elevation stuff. This is so beautiful. This is amazing. I know there's probably a ton of wind noise, but it's crazy, man.
Alright, so that was Waterrock Knob hike. I'm going to jump with the rating. I'm going to rate it a 10. I think that you don't really get this anywhere. Like, I've never been to something like that. I do want to say, like, this is always, like, be respectful. 2 people lost their lives. I think it was 2 people in that crash. Yeah. And regardless of the circumstances, they meant something to somebody. Death is a trickle effect. So I think it's impressive. I also like the difficulty once you get off this regular trail, which, by the way, it feels like Clingman's Dome, but more steep and longer. And then when you start to take, like, the fork where you're going to the plane crash, it kind of felt like you were going in an obstacle course, which I enjoyed, but I think if you have, like, kids 5 and under, it's a no, unless they're really experienced. So it's a 10 for me. What do you rate it, Q?
I would probably rate it a 9. I really like this hike. It wasn't super long, but it wasn't, like, really short, and I really liked how the plane crash is, like, still there. But the only bad thing was when you're going to the plane crash, it's not really their fault. They can't do anything with it, but, like, Mommy said, like, you probably can't take kids on it. They're pretty little, because I almost fell.
Iggy had difficulty.
Oh yeah, Iggy.
I like that we could take her.
Yeah, that's cool how you take her. There's a lot of hikes we can't take dogs, and especially this one's, like, really, really cool, and you can still take dogs on it.
What do you rate it, Jay?
I rated it a 9. The plane crash was pretty cool, but I wish, like, some parts were a little bit moved out. Maybe, like, in the plane so people won't get hurt by the plane. And the hike was good. Speaking of Iggy to come.
Yeah, Iggy is sad because it's raining. And she's terrified of thunderstorms.
So that's amazing.
So I rated a 9. I don't really have anything to say about it.
It is, man, as far as views are concerned, this is one of the best hikes I've ever been on.
Yeah.
You're looking over the Blue Ridge Mountains. Now, this isn't in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, but everything you're overlooking to the one side there, and I know that doesn't give you a lot of information, but there's a couple of shots where you can see mountains on mountains on mountains, and that is the Smokies. The plane crash, man, you know, doing this with the utmost respect for the people that lost their lives and their families. It was, there was definitely a feel there that, you know, it was kind of solemn, and it definitely had an impact, I think, on you when you're down there. I do want to say just a caveat on this. I don't know, about 3/4 of the way to the plane, I got something in my eye really bad, and I'm still dealing with it right now. So I don't really know how the shots are going to look in the last little bit or the plane. So I apologize for that. Hopefully they turned out okay. But yeah.
He's got a date with urgent care, but the trail does get very tight, which would make it easy for things to like hit you.
Yeah, and it was really windy.
You.
It was really windy. I watched something like kind of fly into my eye, and it's it's
urgent care.
Yep.
Well, how do you rate Iggy on the good girl scale?
She did 8 or 9 probably. Really
Iggy,
good.
good girl.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.